Eala Jovic marches on to Auckland doubles semis versus Chinese duo. It's a walkover win for our Filipino tennis star and her American partner. Doubles standouts Alex Eala and American Iva Jovic advanced to the semifinals of the WTA 250 ASB Classic in Auckland following a walkover win over Jessica Malakova of Czechia and Mexico's Renata Zarazua on Thursday. Read, Warrior Princess Alex Eala winning matches as well as new fans. The duo will next take on the third-seeded Chinese tandem of Yifan Su and Zhao Xianyang on Friday, not before 2:10 p.m. Manila time. Eala and Jovic secured their semi-final berth after knocking out Alina Svitolina and Venus Williams in the round of 16. Su and Yang, meanwhile, booked their own spot by defeating Isabel Haverlag and Maya Lumsden in the quarterfinals. Friday's clash will mark the first meeting between the two pairs. In singles action, Eala is also set to play Magda Linette of Poland in the quarterfinals. Get more of the latest sports news and updates on spin.ph. Notice on unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph content. Please be notified that any unauthorized and unlawful use, publication, and/or dissemination of spin.ph's content and/or materials is a direct violation of its legal and exclusive rights to the same, and shall be subject to appropriate legal action /s. Young Guns Roar in Auckland. Eala and Jovic's Himalayan leap to the doubles semis tennis. The early morning sun glinted off the hard courts of the ASB Tennis Centre in Auckland, New Zealand, a city that would soon witness a stirring display of youthful grit and ambition. On this day, January 8, 2026, the tennis world looked on as two rising stars, Alex Eala of the Philippines and Iva Jovic of the United States, continued their unforgettable journey to the semi-finals of the WTA 250 ASB Classic doubles draw. Their forthcoming opponents? The seasoned Chinese pair of Yifan Su and Zhao Xianyang, a duo seasoned by years on the professional circuit. Spin.ph. This was not just another tennis match. It was a collision of aspiration and experience, of youthful momentum versus hardened mastery, and an audacious chapter in the blossoming careers of two players determined to make their mark on the sport. A fresh partnership, a fearless start. For many seasoned doubles teams, it takes months, even years, to build partnership chemistry. But for Eala and Jovic, that chemistry emerged early, almost like a spark igniting a blaze. Their first act in Auckland was nothing short of sensational. In their opening match, the young duo faced former world number 3 Alina Svitolina and tennis legend Venus Williams, a pair whose names alone inspire awe. But what looked on paper like a daunting mismatch quickly transformed into a statement. Eala and Jovic upset the more experienced pair, winning 7-6, 9-7, 6-1 in a match that had commentators marveling at their poise, strategy, and unshakable belief against towering pressure. Philstar.com. That victory was not just about scorelines, it was about announcing their arrival. They had entered the tournament as relative underdogs, yet in that win, they conveyed a simple message: they belonged here. The crowd in Auckland sensed it too. This was more than a result. It was a passing of the torch moment between generations. With each volley, each well-timed lob, each courageous sprint to the net, the duo wove a tapestry of confidence that set the tone for their campaign. 2. The quarter-final breakthrough, a semi-final ticket earned. After their stunning opener, anticipation grew ahead of their quarter-final clash. They were paired to meet Jessica Malakova, Czechia, and Renata Zarazua, Mexico, a seasoned team whose presence added depth and subtleties to the doubles draw. But fate intervened in their favor, granting Eala and Jovic a walkover win and propelling them straight into the semifinals. Spin.ph. This walkover was not merely a procedural advancement. It was an emblem of fortune combining with readiness, the kind of moment when opportunity meets preparation. For Eala and Jovic, this was a chance to breathe, reflect, and sharpen their resolve before facing the next formidable challenge. They did not just walk into a semifinal. They earned the right to compete there through a blend of previous victories, tenacity, and the hunger to prove that their ascent was not accidental. 3. Beyond the court, the players behind the racket Alex Eala, a new Philippine star. At just 20 years old, Eala represents a rising wave of talent from Southeast Asia, a region expanding its imprint on global tennis. Eala's career has been punctuated with moments of grace under pressure. Her steady climb up the WTA rankings reflects not just physical talent, but the mental resilience that champions are built from. Whether rallying from behind in singles battles or unleashing punishing serves in doubles, Eala's game is marked by a maturity beyond her years. Iva Jovic, America's teen sensation. At 18, Iva Jovic is perhaps even earlier in her professional journey. Yet, she enters every rally with fearlessness, a trait often cultivated only through experience. Her presence beside Eala on the court is more than complimentary, it's synergistic. Each movement, each whisper of strategy, each quick exchange during points reflects a trust and rhythm that is rarely seen between newly paired athletes. Together, they represent the future of tennis, boundless, bold, and ready to rewrite expectations. 4. The semifinal challenge, a Chinese wall called Su and Yang. Waiting for them in the semifinals is the Chinese tandem of Yifan Su and Zhaoxian Yang, third-seeded, experienced, and battle-tested on the WTA Tour. Their path to the semis was earned through hard-fought victories, including a narrow match tiebreak, showcasing a blend of teamwork, tactical acumen, and court intelligence. Su and Yang are more than athletes, they are architects of strategy. Their game is built on precision, court positioning, and the silent communication that defines top doubles pairs. For Eala and Jovic, this matchup does not just represent a test of skill, it's a test of heart and adaptability. Together, they will step onto the court with contrasting narratives. The Chinese duo, seasoned and polished, wielding experience as their backbone. The Filipino-American underdogs, fierce and fresh, wielding ambition as their spear. This clash is not merely tactical. It is symbolic, a meeting of where tennis has been and where it is going. What this means, a broader tennis story. Eala and Jovic's advancement carries significance beyond a single match. Their presence in the semifinals at Auckland resonates across multiple dimensions of tennis. 1. Youth rising in a veteran sport. Tennis has always been a dance between youth and experience. While veteran champions continue to etch their legacies, rising stars like Eala and Jovic infuse the sport with renewed energy, unpredictability, and a reimagining of what's possible. 2. Inspiration for a new generation. For young athletes, especially from countries with emerging tennis cultures, this is more than a result. It's a beacon. It tells the next generation that with dedication, training, and belief, the grand stages of the sport are within reach. 3. A new narrative for women's tennis. Their journey underscores the evolving nature of women's tennis, where power, finesse, agility, and strategy coalesce. Spectators are no longer merely watching matches, they're witnessing stories of resilience, partnership, and dreams in motion.